Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Hello and welcome to workshop number 3 of Digital Edge. Lock it down. We're going to be talking today about everything digital security. Oh my God, it's an interesting topic and it's a very important one. My name is Lada Kay. I'm a digital manager from IFMA and we are doing this quick workshops every 2 weeks. So this is number 3. And let me know if you're tuning in live. We're just going to give people a couple of minutes to tune in because we just gone in. We're live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. So wherever you're coming from, welcome. It's Thailand, 8:30 in the morning. A little bit early for me, to be honest, to be doing this. But hey, hey, I'm here for you. Let me know in the comments where are you tuning in from. If you're live, welcome. Let me know the country that you're tuning in from so I can give a shout out and a wave. If you are, I'm still figuring out the best way and the best time to do these things live. So if you're watching this on a replay, can you do me a favor and drop in the comments where you're from and what time would be better for you so you can join us live? You know, because when you're live, everything is a little bit different and you can ask questions, which I'm live answering. So I would love for more people to join in live. Today is 8:30 a.m. We're trying for Thailand time, just so our American people can join in. So our USA and our South American people can join in, as well as my Kiwi friends, kia ora, if anyone is joining in, and Australian friends, because it's good time for them. So, but if you're watching this in the replay and wish you could be here live, please let me know in the comments and I'll read it later where you're from and what time would be better for you. So, okay, well, we're live and we're talking today how to lock it down, how to not lose your social media account. And unfortunately it happens more often than not, and it's an important topic, so hopefully you'll get a lot of value out of it, and I think we can just start. All right, today as usual, the format is we're going to go for 10 minutes of learning. I'll rapidly go through 3 very, very important steps that you can take to protect your social media account, and then we can open it for questions. So if throughout this talk you have any questions, just put them in the comments, and my lovely assistant Clinton, who volunteered to help us today, he's going to bring it up on the screen and I'll answer them all. So let's get into it. 10 minutes of learning. Hello. Hi from Switzerland. Oh my God, it's a bit late for you, Leon, but I'm glad you can make it. Hello. Hopefully you can get value out of it. We're going to be just 10 minutes, so stick with us. All right, so there is nothing worse than building a community, building your Instagram account, building your Facebook account, only to lose access to it. And unfortunately, it happens. Access denied, account deleted, hacked, blocked. That's really, really bad. And, in my time at IFMA, only been with you guys for a couple of months now, but unfortunately, I've seen it so many times that national federations would build their account, and then something happens, and then this phase, and then after that you just kind of give up on Instagram. You're like, oh my God, I can't start again. It's just so hard to do it all over again if you actually lose it. So it's better to prevent that phase and protect yourself from losing access. So what are some of the things that, there are a lot of things that could make you lose access to the account. Instagram policy changes, hacking, account handover issues, third-party apps and tools that screw with that, policy violations and you get banned, mismanagement of admin handovers and link recovery, human error, all these things. But we can narrow it down to 3 big groups. So number 1 would be the most thing that happens actually more often than not, that someone would forget their login details and they're not set up, and then someone would log in your account and then that person passes on, disappears from the organization, and you only have one device logged in, but you don't have anywhere to reset the password or recover it. And then you'll end up actually losing access. So forget login details is very, very often. By show of hands, how many of you actually remember right now what your Facebook and Instagram passwords are? I struggle with that sometimes because all the devices are logged in, right? So keeping records about that's really important. Number two, one of the reasons that it happens is friends turning enemies. Unfortunately, that happens. I have to talk about this. You know, someone built up your community or someone joined your team to help you out. And with federations, it's mostly volunteer. And then something happens, you know, and they walk away with the details and they decide, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna walk away and be nasty and change the password to actually completely delete the account, and then you can't do anything about it. So which is really upsetting too. Or number three, one of the more common ways how you lose access is you get blocked by Meta, by Facebook head office, and that happens a lot. It can happen if you violate some of the principles and policies, and with Muay Thai and with blood, sweat and tears and with words like fighting battle, it does happen. So there are also a couple of things to be aware of to protect it. All right, but this is how you lose the access to the accounts. Now, what can we do? What can we do? So there are 3 steps, and we're going to go rapidly through them. Step number 1, legal protection. Not the most sexiest of the topics, but that's an important one. So when you've got a new person joining in, even when you have people that have been with you for a while, those are the 3 things that I suggest that everybody who has access to any of your digital assets, your website, your Instagram, your Facebook, TikTok, anything, they go through those 3 things. First, you need to have policies and procedures. Then you've got to have NDA signed with everybody who has access to your social accounts. And you need to have in place with each person an individual acceptable use agreement. And I'll run through them in a minute. All right, first let's talk about policies and procedures. 3 main things. Record. Like right now, do you have a place somewhere, a spreadsheet or a document, a piece of paper, where you record everyone who has access to your account within the organization? Do you know who knows your password? Do you know whose devices are logged in right now? Do you know whose phone number or email set up as a recovery phone number and email in case you want to change the password? You got to know this. So you got to put it on a piece of paper, in a spreadsheet, in a document somewhere, and you got to update it every time someone has access to your accounts. Record it. All right. So, and also document exactly what happens in case of an emergency. Who are the person to call to reset the password? So processes, policies, and procedures are very, very important. And next one is NDA. So non-disclosure agreement. Basically, it's a legally binding document that talks about whoever signs it basically makes a legal commitment not to talk about private organizational details. So I've put here, you can scan the QR code. This is a template for our IFMA NDA for digital accounts. You can get access to it and have a look. But basically, anyone with any level of access in your organization, they need to do this because they have access to customer data. They have access to your private organizational information, and they should be signing non-disclosure agreement. And number 3 in our legal step is acceptable use agreement. All right, so it's a separate document that you create, and you specify the level of access that a person would have. With Instagram, you have to give login details. There is no other way unless you use something like Hootsuite or Later. With Facebook, you don't have to give full access. If someone just updates it, you can give them editor or content creator access. Same with YouTube, same with LinkedIn. So specify the level of access that the person has, and also specify what person can and cannot use the account for. So this is very important. For example, for IFMA, we are affiliated with Olympics, and there are some things that none of our accounts can mention is any political views or activities. We can't be publicly supporting one view or another. We can't be do any propaganda, any politically charged content whatsoever, which is, look, we're all humans and it's hard. Sometimes we do. Most definitely have my views on what's going on in the world, but if my social media account is not a place to express them at all, ever. It's against our policies. And so the acceptable use agreement is that's where you are going to specify exactly what they can and cannot use for. Specify what is the person meant to do. If they have access to Instagram, can they post? Can they comment? Can they go out there and engage on other accounts and talk to them and solicit them coming into your account? Or are they an intern that here to post the stories only during the event, and then you're going to change the password and get rid of them, right? The next afterwards. And only one person in the organization can answer comments and DMs. So specify that in that document. That's very, very important. So, right, that's step one, legal procedures. Step two, tech protection. Hello from Brazil. Yes, we've got Americans up in here. Hello. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. How's everything going so far? I know legal thing is not the most, it's hard to talk about this, but you do need to have these things in place, right? So you have to have your NDAs, acceptable use agreements, and if you need those documents or you need help developing those documents, hit me up in the DMs or on WhatsApp and I can help you with that. But those are something that you really, really need to do. So, right, well, let's go on to step number two, the technical protection. So those are the 4 steps that I recommend to protect your Instagram account in particular. So number one, only give, we'll go back. I'll just go through them really quickly, Quentin. Go back slide. So number one, only give required level of access. As I said on Facebook, for example, you don't need to give everyone super admin access. You can make them content creators. So they can't mess with their account. Same YouTube and LinkedIn. Instagram, unfortunately, you're going to have to give them the password. 2FA, two-factor identification. If you don't have that set up on your account right now, do it. Do it today. Basically, what it is that you have another device that's logged into the account or a phone number or an email that's attached to your account that needs to confirm if someone new or even someone on a new device, but already a person that knows the password, tries to log in. So someone in your organization who has that 2FA authority, two-factor identification authority, they know if someone's trying to log in. So it's never a surprise. You always know if someone's trying to log in and get into your account. Right, Meta Verified badge. That's that blue little tick, and that's a new service from Facebook and Instagram. You can buy that as an individual for, I think it's $29 a month, which is, I think, is a steal. Compared to losing your account. It gives you extra protection. You get a person who you can talk to in Meta if something happens. If someone being malicious and reported your account or content is inappropriate, but it's not true. If you have a blue tick, it's more likely that you're going to get through the process of disputing much faster. If you lose the account, you can actually recover it. Oh my God. So as an organization, I really, really strongly recommend to have a blue badge. And as an added bonus, you get more access and more, like, Instagram actually helps you to be viewed, your content, to more people. And then last but not least, change your passwords and log all devices out of every 90 days. So every 3 months, just change it up. All right, so a couple more things about some of this in more detail. Let's go on to the next slide. Two-factor authentication. Now, with this, I really recommend to set up, so you can only add one phone number and one email address as recovery. So I would recommend to set that, to give it to. And so in case someone loses their phone or don't have access to it, you still have another person with the email who can give you recovery for your account details, and the other way around. So yeah, that's a little hack. And the next thing, when you're changing passwords, remember how I said that every 90 days we want to change the password. First, you go into the app and you log out all the devices out of your account, and then you change the password. So what it means is that if I'm logged in right now into your account, and if you change the password, I can still be logged in because you didn't remove my device. That's a really, that catches people out. So log out all your devices, remove all the devices, then change the password. Remember, we're doing it every 90 days. Right? These are the tick things from me. All right, number 3, have a backup. And that's a funny one because I know you don't want to hear it. You don't want to go like, all right, you build an Instagram account. It takes a lot of time. And I know most of you are running as volunteer organizations. And, and here I am telling you, yeah, you've got your Instagram, but you also need to have, next slide. Oh, okay, sorry. Before that, before we get into what to do, there's you could do everything right. You can have your NDAs, you can have your ticks set up to face everything set up. Everything is good, and then there is a political change, and all of a sudden, Instagram is not available in your country, and you lost that audience. Human error. It does happen. So you set up everything you could, but hey, someone just screwed up, and then you lost access to the account. Audience shift. All of a sudden, we were all excited about Snapchat or something else. We were building our Facebook pages. Then Instagram came along, and everybody's on Instagram. So putting all your eggs into a basket of one social media account, it's quite dangerous. You still can lose access to your audience. So luckily, we have all these other social media platforms out there. We've got Facebook, YouTube. We can build a group on WhatsApp, Instagram, WeChat, TikTok, Messenger on Facebook. We can grow our audience there. And don't worry about the others, but those are the key ones. So I really recommend not just have everything happening on one social media channel. Try to build at least a second one. And I know you are volunteer around organizations, so it's hard. Resources hard. So if you don't have time to grow 2 accounts, at least use something like Later and repost. So you've got your main account, like your Instagram, and we're doing that in IFMA. Our main social media account is Instagram, and then we just take all the videos and posts that we do on Instagram, and we'll repost it to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So we're still growing our other accounts at the same time. And the other thing I would recommend to look into is to get an intern and get someone young to build a specific channel, especially TikTok. So go to the communications university, get an intern, get them to build a TikTok as part of their university degree challenge, and give them as much power and as much guidance as you can. Get them to build it. So it doesn't mean that you have to do all of this by yourself. So use the technology like Later to repost, or get an intern to focus specifically on building a secondary account. Right, but don't keep all your eggs in a right basket. The other thing to keep in mind is to grow the audience you own. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, those companies own the audience. So by that, I mean all the followers that you have on Instagram, that data belongs legally to Instagram, right? So if something changes, just like we said, political change or whatever, Instagram has the power to take it away from you. So, and that's the same with every social media account. But if you build a list of contact details, emails, and phone numbers, you own that. It lives on your device somewhere else, not social media account. It's emails and phone numbers. And if you have that, and if you grow the list, if you talk to them regularly, then you can launch and relaunch any social media account afterwards. So I really, really recommend. And that's something that we are not doing yet, but we are having plans to grow our email list and our phone number WhatsApp groups. So make sure you do that. Make sure to grow that. Olympics is actually doing a great job with their newsletters and their email account. Right. Well, that's kind of concludes my little spiel. And I just wanted to reiterate that your social media accounts are critical to your organization's success. Losing access can mean losing trust, momentum, and years of work. And it hurts. So taking the right steps now secures not just your accounts, but your community's confidence in you. So that's it. That's me for the day. Now we are going to open to questions. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever about digital protection or anything else social media, now was the time. But it is a kind of funny time that we're going live today in, so I'm not sure. For your questions, you just put it into the comments wherever you are, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and we will see them on the screen. But if we don't have any questions, that's cool. We're done. I promised you 20 minutes. It's 22. That's really, really good. Just, yeah. If you are watching this on a replay, let me know in the comments what time would be better for you to be able to join in live, and so you can ask these questions live and I can answer them. All right. Make sure to follow IFMA next week. So these digital workshops, digital age workshops, are bi-weekly occurrence. So we're doing it regularly. This is number 3 already. Next one, I'm going to run through on how to set up, what to write in the description, and how to set up for success. What are the key elements to make your accounts super popular and tick all the boxes? And I'm really excited about that. In the meantime, please follow IFMA Official. You can scan the QR code, give us a follow if you haven't yet. And IFMA Official is a pretty big account. So if you have any questions regarding anything social media, you can follow me and DM me, because I have a small account, so I can see your DM and respond to you faster. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. So this is it from me for today. I'll see you later. See you next time. Bye.